Now, let's welcome Sheila Roberts of the New Hope Clinic. Sheila, it's great to have you back on the show again today.
Thank you so much for having me here, Jean.
We've got some great stuff to talk about today, and I'm real excited to get started. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about you and your role at New Hope Clinic. So first, let's start with your role.
Okay. I'm the executive director for New Hope Clinic. I started there actually as a volunteer when my husband and I moved here.
Really?
I did. I have to stay busy, and we picked Southport to move to because it's beautiful. Yeah. And then I was asked to be the executive director in 2009.
That's awesome. Well, you do a fabulous job. I see lots of good stuff out there.
Thank you. I just try to make sure the clinic has the right resources, the right staffing, that it's running efficiently, and that we're taking care of our community.
Absolutely. Well, you're doing a good job. So let's talk a little bit about New Hope Clinic. Tell me about its mission and it's the history of the clinic.
Sure. New Hope Clinic was founded in 1998. Mm-hmm. We're an independent 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our mission is to provide quality medical, dental, and pharmacy services to low-income, uninsured adults who are residents of Brunswick County who need that care, mm-hmm. and we try to provide it in a patient-centered setting.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a really nice facility. It's welcoming, it's clean, it's beautiful. It's a great service for the folks in Brunswick County.
Well, it's grown a lot over the years. We started in a small classroom, and now we have 2 locations. We have our main clinic in Boiling Spring Lakes, and then we have a satellite clinic in Charlotte, mm-hmm. located with Brunswick Family Assistance.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great place to have it because a lot of your patients probably have dealings with the spot next door. So really, and in Boiling Springs, you're right next to the food pantry.
That's right. We have to work together.
What a wonderful combination there. So I understand that this is the clinic's 20th anniversary. Is that correct?
That's right. Can you believe that?
No. 20 years. Man. Well, that's awesome. And I hear that you have a special event planned to celebrate those 20 years. Is that correct?
Right. We want to give recognition to all the work that's been done for the clinic. Obviously, we still have a lot more work to do, but we're going to have a celebration gala mm-hmm. This October, on Friday, October 19th. Mm-hmm. It'll be at the Stone Chimney Place in Supply. Mm-hmm. The event will be from 7 to 10. Uh-huh. We have live music, some great food, and hopefully some dancing.
Hopefully some dancing. And who's the band?
It's the Duke Ladd Band.
Uh-huh. Oh, everybody loves them.
Absolutely. And the food will be by the Purple Onion.
By Art Catering, and they do such a great job.
They do.
Their food is amazing.
So we'll have a lot of our volunteers there, and we want to make sure the community is aware of how much work they do and what we're going to look forward to for serving our community in the future.
That sounds wonderful. I think that you also have another annual event that comes up around that time. It's probably before the gala. It's called Go Jump in the Lake.
Yeah, are you ready to go jump in the lake with me?
No.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Sure. Several years ago, the Southport Rotary Club asked to partner with us to co-host the Go Jump in the Lake. Mm-hmm. It's a 10K, 5K, and a 1.5-mile fun run mm-hmm. at Spring Lake Park in Boiling Spring Lakes. It's on the first Saturday of September, which is September.
Like Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Mm-hmm. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. And it's a family-friendly event. Mm-hmm. It's competitive as well. So
oh, is it?
It is.
So it's timed and everything?
We do chip-timed races for the 10K and the 5K. Mm-hmm. And then the 1.5 mile is something that hopefully we can get a lot of people out there to do, to get off the couch and move a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then there's a special at the end of it. Even if you're not a fast runner, you might be able to win an award if you jump in the lake.
Which lake is it?
Spring Lake.
Spring Lake.
There's a park there, and the finish line is right on the edge of the lake. So we give it a prize for the best splash for an adult and for a child.
That's funny. Where does the race begin?
It begins and ends at the Spring Lake Park for all of the different races.
Uh-huh. And is it a road race?
It is. It goes on the road, so it's a foot race. Mm-hmm. We're looking for sponsors for that as well. Okay. And registration is open.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Now, proceeds from both of those benefits, or both of those events will benefit the New Hope Clinic, correct?
Yes. Yep, that'll support our patient care for the New Hope Clinic.
And talking about patients, tell me a little bit about the types of patients that primarily are served by the New Hope Clinic.
Sure. The patients who come there qualify first. They must be residents of Brunswick County.
Okay.
And over age 18. have no health insurance, no Medicare, no Medicaid, and no full VA medical. They may be the working poor, working a few jobs, trying to care for their family. It could be someone who's unemployed. So we do have an income limit. If someone comes in and they want to try to apply for our services and they don't qualify, we try to get them connected to another program. There's still a lot of people in our community who can't afford a doctor's office or afford health insurance, yet don't qualify for another program. So we try to help fill that gap so people have always an option to get access to health care, even if they don't have that money to pay for it at the time. So they don't end up in the emergency room or with a disability.
So is there any payment required once they qualify?
No, all of our services at the clinic are free. We have a lot of partners in the community who help us see patients, so those are not always totally free, but we try to work out a relationship with them so they can get additional testing or specialty care that's needed. But what we're mainly doing is primary health care.
Primary health
So
care.
patients who have diabetes or hypertension, you can't go without those medications and regular management. We also have some patients who need periodic care, someone who might just get sick, but we want to get them set up with us as a clinic. We do have a pharmacy on site as well.
Let's talk a little bit about that pharmacy. How does that work?
Sure, it's volunteer pharmacists. We're open limited hours. We can fill prescriptions written by our doctors there to help our doctors actually manage those diseases. We also have a dental clinic on site.
Yeah.
So that's, again, another volunteer program. It's primarily to help patients with an urgent need get a tooth extracted. If it's to that point, we'll never pull a tooth unless we need to, though.
Right.
And then we have a small restorative program for the patients coming through for primary care, and we can do some cleanings as well.
Well, speaking of your services, who are the doctors and providers? How does that work? They volunteer their time and through different specialties, or how does that happen?
Well, we have a small paid staff. They're wonderful. They're so caring. And then we have a team of over 150 volunteers.
Wow.
They're doctors providing primary care or specialty care on site, and some at their offices on a pro bono basis.
I see.
We've got dentists, the pharmacists, nurses. We have receptionists, people coming in to scan records. We use a volunteer for just about everything. And we can always use more. All of our doctors are fully licensed. We're providing quality, real health care. It's just in a different type of setting where it's free for those qualified patients.
What a great service.
We try.
What a great service to the community and a great organization to support. I'm so happy that you've got these events coming up. So if some community members out there are interested in participating in either Go Jump in the Lake or the 20th anniversary celebration, how might they do that?
There are links to all of that information through our website on the events page or through Facebook, or they're welcome to call the clinic.
Okay. And what is your website at the clinic?
newhopeclinicfree.org.
newhopeclinic.free. No, newhopeclinicfree.org.
That's right.
Is that right? And we'll run that on the screen as we're talking too. So how about volunteers? Are you always looking for volunteers at New Hope Clinic?
We are. The easiest way to get started is, again, if you can go to our website, there's a How to Help section.
Really?
And there's a volunteer application right there. So we'll talk to each volunteer about what they're interested in, what their availability is, and make sure it's a good fit, and bring them right in.
So you don't have to be a healthcare provider to volunteer. You can, because there's office jobs to be done and all sorts of things, right?
Right.
So anybody who's interested in learning more about the clinic or participating or volunteering, they can always just call the clinic. Is that correct?
That's right.
Great. Well, finally, if we have viewers who are in need of services, can you remind us of your location and your hours?
Sure. Our main clinic location is at 201 West Boiling Spring Road. That's in Boiling Spring Lakes. And we have a satellite clinic in the Big Lots Shopping Center in Charlotte on Main Street. We encourage people to call first,
right,
so that they can find out what they would need to bring, or they can send in their paperwork to apply for the clinic.
And then once if they're approved, and they meet all the criteria, then they would be scheduled for an appointment.
That's right. We do most of our care by appointment, so that when someone's trying to work or care for their family, they can still come in be seen and go home. The clinic in Boiling Spring Lakes is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and then this clinic in Charlotte is open limited hours.
Great.
Based on our volunteer staffing.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today. What a great organization, and I'm happy that you were here to be able to spread the word about your events coming up.
Thank you again for the opportunity, Jim.
You're quite welcome.